Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We are here together once again, and we are everywhere today. We are currently on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and X, simultaneously here together, enjoying this moment in time. And we've got the background is love. Love is the key, right? Love is what connects us all of us, each and every day. That and coffee early in the morning. It is now 9:02 in Toronto, Canada. We're going to see what we've got going on here. Let's have a look. I'm going to take a look on the X Pro this morning. I left the window open back here, and it is absolutely an icebox. Crazy, crazy cold. When everything seems hopeless, you are the hope. Okay, I can live with that. I can live with being the hope. It's nice to be the hope. Oh good, it switched. Perfect. Alright. It doesn't always go that seamless. Alright, let's put it on. There we go. When everything seems hopeless, you alone are the hope. Do you believe that to be true? I think our mindset has a lot to do with our success in life. Hello, hello. How are you? It's good to see you here. Let's put you up here as well. There you go. Is it a madness day? I don't know. What's the madness part about? I'm not too sure what you mean. Sounds like a sale. March Madness. If you order now, buy two, get one free. Something like that. The energies are nuts in the world right now, that's for sure. Right? We're coming into a really crazy time on April 8th when we have the solar eclipse, which is not going to happen to that amount of frequency, vibration, and energy again. They say for like 340 years. Oh, college basketball. Oh, okay. Sorry, I don't follow college basketball. I am a football guy, though. I like football. Not that I don't appreciate college. I think college basketball would probably be amazing to watch. I just only have so many hours in the day, I guess. Allow kindness. What the heck does that mean? That's kind of funny. It's important to allow it. I'm ever grateful for all the individuals who forever shout out our names on Twitter. I'm just going to see if I can set this up. I think it's over here. Okay, here we go. We got it. We got it. Okay. Now, if I do it like this. That's right. That's right. Are you like a football kind of guru broadcaster? Is that your wheelhouse? Do you do broadcast? Danielle? Is that your groove? What do you think of the free agency? What do you think about the Steelers? Just a football fan. Okay. I think the Steelers literally stole. I still don't know how they got Justin Fields and Russell Wilson together. That is going to be, I think, either amazing or a bit of a shitstorm. And it'll be fun to watch, whatever one it is. What team do you vote for? What's your vote this year? Who are you cheering for? I have no idea. My heart is always with Buffalo. You want to know something? I had said this year that the Commanders would take the first steps in the next 3 years to where they would be in the playoffs, in the sense of, the Super Bowl. That they would be able to transform the team in that short amount of time. I really think they will, because it's a great organization now. Do you do broadcast at all? On football? There are some very lucrative jobs if you're good at it and have, some knowledge. Like, some of those analysts make insane money, like crazy money. I'm not saying it would happen overnight. See, the rumor is, though, the Commanders are going to try to trade up and get a quarterback. That's what I had heard. Do you speculate that to be true? Because I've heard that whisper for a while. Same with, the Vikings as well. Might try to step up. There's supposedly 6 that are solid in this draft. Like, solid candidates. So you know that it's a crapshoot, right? It's like having a lottery ticket. And if you look at all the chaos that's been just the last couple of weeks with quarterbacks that were drafted 3-4 years ago, I still think Justin Fields in the right environment could be unbelievable. Now, Russell Wilson, he's past his prime. I'm sorry. He's good. I still don't know why they paid Kirk Cousins all the money they did. But intuitively, I get the Commanders are going to make the right steps. I think that's a very solid organization that will do incredibly well. Yeah, I've heard that. And do you think that's who they're going to shoot for? I've heard that rumor. Yeah. What is it about football that you like? I'm curious. My wife used to watch it and used to go, some of these men are fat, some of these men are hot. I used to go, yeah, it's more than just the tight pants, hun. That was many years ago when I was watching it, but it might have been 20 years ago. The thing that I've noticed is the biggest difference is the level of talent that they have at the college level is mind-blowing. It has really changed, and they said that this year the draft was going to be one of the best drafts ever. So what is your favorite sport of all the sports? See, when I was a kid, it was hockey, right? Because I was Canadian and still am Canadian, live in Toronto, Canada. What I worry about is certain teams will trade the farm to get somebody, and it's not even worth their time. And how many, great prospects have they gotten in the second and third round that turned out well because they had the right mindset? You know, they were fierce about the way that they worked out every day. They put the extra effort into it. Football is my favorite than baseball. Baseball's a weird one. Do you think they're spiking the ball again? Making it go longer? Like a golf ball? There's been speculation that they've been doing that. I also noticed too, in hockey, they seem to be scoring more than I remember. And the skill level now in hockey is insane. I watch it and I'm like, wow, this is not what it was like when I was a kid. They are so gifted. And, you know, they can place it anywhere. There was a while there they were talking about making the net bigger or the pads smaller. Make the equipment smaller. So they had a greater idea. Yeah. No, but I've heard that for years, that the athletes, you know, or were on juice back in the day, you know, in the 90s. And they kind of spiked the ball. They did in baseball, and it just so it would go farther. It would be, people like high scoring games. You know, we have to admit, it's like the Super Bowl this year, right? It was close. It was really close. But Danielle, if you would ever like to be a guest, I can always send you a link in the future, okay? Because it sounds like you have a lot more knowledge on other sports than I'll ever have. So that's wonderful. That's cool that you're into so many different things. But analysts make really good money. Like if you're a top tier analyst, they make millions. It's crazy. Now, it won't have, like I said, it won't happen overnight, but let's see here. Woo, that was wild. Did you see that? Screen just went wacko. I don't know why they didn't keep Justin just as a backup. I mean, no sense to me. They got nothing for him. And he is a great talent. But maybe there's just too much bad blood now. And maybe this will be what's best for him. And they really truly have moved on. You can never speculate in situations until you're in them. Wow, look at this. He's your future. Don't make the mistake you did with Kenny Pickett. Let him sit until you are very, very desperate. Huh. I think he's one of those insanely gifted players who could play multiple positions, not just quarterback. I think he probably could have been a receiver, and a good one. I watched this yesterday with Caleb Williams. I wasn't, over the moon impressed, but I think he was trying to show that he isn't just a scrambler, that he can be methodical and, do the routes and be disciplined and not want to be sacked. And because they've been questioning his discipline, I think. But they do that. They always try to put questions in people's heads. It's crazy. Jones, I feel sorry for. I don't know where that's going to go. But, I'm a fool. I'm starting to believe in the Jets again. I think the Jets are going to do very well this year. I really do. If they can stay healthy, they'll do phenomenal. Oh, look at this. Through the first 50 starts, Trevor Lawrence is 20-30, and Daniel Jones is 19-30. So that really is not that big a deal in the sense of the, we're talking very slim margins here. And the passing rating on Daniel Jones is 86%, where it's 85% for Trevor Lawrence. That's interesting. Trevor Lawrence was hurt last year. Daniel Jones had no protection. It was awful. It really, really was awful. There's the man. Is he going to do okay? We'll see. I think it's the best landing spot for him, though. I think it was brilliant for him to go there. I'm not really certain of other teams that would have been that interested to have him, especially at his age. But, I get a little jumpy when I think about Kirk Cousins and how much he's making. But as that deal goes on in time, it won't seem like that much money. It really won't. Because the cap is going to continue to go up. But he looks happy. And he, wouldn't you be happy? He's going to get something like $39 million this year. Not counting endorsements. If he has endorsements, which I believe he does. It's going to be interesting, though. Justin Fields, though, to me, is far better than Russell. Sorry, Russell. Like even in your prime, I don't know if you had that kind of talent. Yeah, see, Khalid Williams has been rumored to not showing up, not wanting to be with the Bears just because of what he's seen. I was shocked at how big he was. I had no idea. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Huh. He's highly intelligent. You can tell that. Like, I had no doubts about his wit. He's well coached in the way of the media. He seemed calm, cool, and collective, which is great. These two guys, how are they going to do this year? Hurts was hurt, for sure, last year. He was clearly hurt. It was bad. Like, in the worst way, it was bad. And Dak is, I'm sorry, overpaid. I'm not convinced that you wouldn't do just as well having Justin Fields in there. Sorry. I think with, the pieces around him, he probably would do far better. Like, it's interesting. It really is. I don't think you can have enough quarterbacks right now. If you can get them on the cheap, bargain basement, why not? But Jalen Hurts, we'll have to see how he does this year. And will Kenny Pickett get any time to play? Maybe. That seemed like a crazy move. But maybe there's more to it. Maybe Kenny Pickett felt like, what? I've got a greater chance of winning a ring and being in the playoffs with Philly. And, let's be real. Philly, I don't know what the hell happened, but they were fine the first 10 games. And they were half-stepping and still winning. So if they can fix some of the problems, which I don't know what they were, I'm not even certain they know what they were. But for me, the most surprising thing that I took from yesterday's outing was I was amazed at how large Khalid Williams is. And to me, he seems bigger than Burrows. Not that Burrows is lean by any chance of the imagination. He has a quarterback body, right? All right, let's have a look here. Let's leave this alone. The Bears must get their QB decision right. Not many people seem to have much faith in this at all. They've kind of lost faith. I don't know. I think it's a slippery slope. I think for all the reasons it failed last year, there's a good chance it'll fail again this year. And if Khalid can end up on another team, he might be far better off. Look at Bryce Young last year. Bryce Young. What if Bryce Young had been on, let's do another team. Let's say Bryce Young had been on the Browns. I think his season would have been a lot better. Right? I think his season would have been a lot better. Let's say the Bryce Young had been with the Steelers. He would have had the protection. He would have been fine. Or the Ravens. Right? I was shocked that the Ravens didn't really pursue Justin Fields. I don't know why they didn't. I think that would have been a match made in heaven. But maybe the personalities are so big that won't work out. You just don't know, right? But the next month is going to be extremely interesting, I think. All right, let's have a quick look here. What do we got? We got Kindness Matters. I have not done my shout-outs today. Sorry, guys. Kind of in football land. Thankful Thursday is today. That's the title. And Om Universe, thank you for your support. We appreciate you so much. This is interesting. Personal transformation, energy, healing, coaching, mindful, mystical. I'm going to have to look more into that. Here's a gentleman that I've been following for a long time. Still to this day, I'm not totally sure what this is, if it's not computer generated, but it's been steady for 5 years. Who else do we have here? Oh yeah, Shane. Thank you, Shane. Cybersecurity consulting leader. South Florida life coach, artist. Never broken beyond repair. I like that. Looks like they're also into Bitcoin. Alberto Daniel Hill. See him all the time. Diana D. I have been following Diana D for so many years. Like crazy amount of years. Maybe 10? Thank you for everyone on Twitter, which is X now, right? Tim Brown. Simply Tim TV. Always grateful for the influence of this man right here. He was one of my first teachers that I really got hooked into. Him and Jim Rohn. Brian Tracy, Tony Robbins, Deepak Chopra, Wayne Dyer. Those guys were the keys to my first learning. Really, especially Tony. Tony, I think I needed to be screamed at in the 80s. And he was young too, which made him, I think, more relatable to me. Solomon. Always and forever grateful for this man. I gotta get him back up. He has great influence. He's fun to have chats with. I really, really have to get him and I back together doing stuff. He's wonderful. Tony D did a broadcast yesterday or today in his car. Well done, buddy. Keep doing them. That's what you need. Just daily perseverance in the trenches, doing it. You never know. Intuitive parenting. Oh, there's Tia. God, I love her. There she is. That's my dog. She's such a sweet soul. She keeps me sane. I swear to God she does. She's wonderful. I'm going to take her out soon. As soon as I do this, I'm going to go out and take her out for a little bit. I've been scratching my third eye. Yes, it's opening. I don't know why. It's been itchy. It's weird. Does anybody know about that? If you do, leave it in the comments. I would really like to know. That's the other thing, too. Please subscribe, like, share. I really appreciate that. What else do we have here? We have someone on Twitch. Thank you. Whoever you are there, we appreciate you being there. Thank you so much. If you can, say hello in the comments. We would love that. Blaine. I've known Blaine since HAPS. Blaine is a good guy. Who else is here? We've got Joy. Joy is another person that I need to desperately follow. The evolution of the desk. Oh my God, this is funny. You can't really see it very well though. Let's see if we can do this. Yeah, that's way better. So if you look here, there's a fax machine. There's a clock radio. There's a prehistoric computer. There's a phone. There's an Insta camera. A Rolodex. Wow, what's the last thing? A globe. And all of that now is in your phone, right? All of that technology is in your phone now. That's pretty impressive if you think about it. There's Dina. And I have to get connected back with her again. She's wonderful. Eaton Crone, thank you. Sci-fi satire author. Thank you so much. Professor Jeremy, there you are. Oh, there's my name. Oh, that's nice. You know what? While I'm here, let's click it. Let's have a look. Is this old? No, it's fairly new. I think. Or is it an old posting? I don't know. I'll retweet it. There's very little activity now on that website, and it used to be bopping. So I don't know what happened. I think when they took over Twitter, they changed the code a little bit and didn't really let anybody use it. So there wasn't really any secondary people on Twitter. Oh, they're going to fix this here. Can I move it over? There. That fits better. I haven't put the secondary camera on today. Let's do that. That's one of the features here on Studio Standard Restream. I'm finally warming up. Oh my God, I was cold. Woo! Don't leave a window open, Michael. Maria Humphreys, thank you for being here. Aurora Dio, I think that's how you pronounce it. This looks like it's all tech. Yeah. These are older. These here. This is a couple days ago. Kindness Matters, latest. What else do we have here? Let's look at the top. What's it say for top? And then you've got people. That's so funny. Too often, we underestimate the power of a touch, a smile, a kind word, a listening ear, an honest complaint. Sorry, compliment. That's funny. Or the smallest act of caring, all of which have the potential to turn a life around. Goes to show you where my mind is. I went to complaint instead of compliment. Isn't that weird? That's revealing. That is very revealing of where my mind is this morning. Kindness and its benefits. Acting kindly makes us feel good. Okay. Kindness is contagious. Kindness makes you more attractive. Kindness has a good effect at work. Kindness has health benefits. I would agree with all of that. Very much so. Oh, there's some dogs working things out. National Common Courtesy Day. Never heard of it. Is this an actual thing? 25 minutes ago. And that's today, right? So today, I guess, is National Common Courtesy Day. If it's a real thing, I've never heard of it. Is it only in the States or is it all over the world? That is interesting, to say the least. I should almost change my title. Never get tired of doing little things for others. Sometimes those little things take up a big space in your heart. I would agree with that. Totally. Costs nothing to be kind. It really doesn't. Just your time. But it does uplift your spirit. Totally believe that. And I believe that the way that we treat others long term will deeply affect us in the future. I think that's a good trade, by the way, that I'm seeing right here. That I don't know if you even know what I'm looking at. Yeah, New York got Brian Burns and Devin Singletary. But they got rid of Saquon Barkley and Xavier McKinney. Huh. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. I think a lot of teams are depending on the draft this year. Yeah, so Philadelphia Eagles got Saquon Barkley. I think that's a good fit. And Bryce Huff and Gardner Johnson. But they got rid of DeAndre Swift, who I thought had a great year last year. And then Washington got Bobby Wagner and Austin Eckler. But got rid of Kendall Fuller and Sam Howell. I like Sam Howell. I've always liked Sam Howell. I know he was the interception king, and he got sacked a lot. But man, when he had moments. He really was something. He's another one that a very undervalued asset. Only time will tell. Chicago Bears, Keenan Allen. You know? They also got DeAndre Swift. So we'll see how that plays out. They got rid of Justin Fields, Justin Jones, and Darnell Mooney. So we'll see how that ends up going. Detroit Lions, DJ Reader, the additions, and Marcus Davenport. They also got rid of Anthony Pittman and Jonah Jackson. Green Bay acquired Josh Jacobs. Got rid of Darnell Savage and Jonathan Owens. Oh man, yeah. So here we go. Minnesota Vikings have Sam Darnold and Jonathan Greenyard. They've lost Kirk Cousins, Daniel Hunter. So we'll see how that plays out. But most teams lose about 20 people. They switch out through trade or just cutting people, trying new things. You know, there's only one team that won, right? And that was the team that mid-season people thought there's no way that the Kansas City Chiefs were going to win. There was like zero chance that was going to happen. And yet somehow they pulled it off. The Carolina Panthers, I don't know. I think they're in for a lot of rebuild. They got rid of Brian Burns, who was phenomenal. New Orleans Saints. I always laugh because they seem to spend an insane amount of money, and yet nothing changes. It's still about the same. I like these two players that they got, though, Chase Young, and I'm a real fan of Willie Gay. So, Willie Gay was from Kansas City, so he just came off of winning the Super Bowl. So we'll have to see how that goes. Tampa Bay, you know, they kept the key pieces, right? They kept they brought back Mike Evans, Baker Mayfield. So they invested quite a bit of money just to keep the key players, to keep the unit. They feel like they're on to something here. And hey, what's going to happen in the draft? Maybe they'll pick up a couple of really good receivers. You just don't know. Arizona Cardinals, always have loved them. Fun to watch. Yeah, Marquise Brown. So we know where he went. He went to Kansas City. And we'll have to see how that works out. I think that's going to be a lot better than what they had. The bar was incredibly low. I'm sorry. It just was. And I said that last year. That they had what I considered to be third string running backs and third string. Yeah, it's not good. They have three or four pieces that are really good, and the defense saved them. Malcolm Adams, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you, we really do. Los Angeles lost Jordan Fuller, which is no good, so we'll see how that ends up. And San Francisco lost Leonard Floyd. Sorry, no, that's the additions. Leonard Floyd is the additions. Malik Collins they got. And they got rid of Sam Darnold, which I thought was interesting because he is a solid quarterback, especially as a backup. But maybe he really wanted to play. And it was like, I can't sit forever on my primetime years. And I think a lot of quarterbacks have been inspired by what has happened with Baker Mayfield in the last couple of years since being with the Rams. It's almost like he started getting his mojo back then. To go from, was it 4 to 7 million last year to where he's going to make well over 20 this year. So that's pretty good. Geno Smith, we'll have to see how that pans out. I've heard all kinds of rumors that they're trying to get a young quarterback for the future. And, you know, the Buffalo Bills gave away the farm. I love Gabe Davis. I don't know why people don't like him. Jordan Poyer, who is really a leader, especially in the locker room. He went to Florida. That might be great for him. Mitch Morse is also a subtraction. But they've got Curtis Samuel, Mitch Trubisky, and Mike Edwards. So we'll see how that goes. See, Mike Edwards, I think, will be a needed piece for them. I don't think that is going to be a mistake by any stretch of the imagination. Only time will tell, though. And a lot of it has to do with injuries. All right, today is Thankful Thursday. Thank you for being here. We've been going on a ramble here about football. I hope you don't mind. I'm in kind of a football mode. Okay, let's have a look here. Yeah, see here. I think that was a great trade. Steelers did a lot right. If you think about it, they made some serious moves. Like, they are vastly better in the quarterback position than they were last year. Sorry to Mason Rudolph, right? And Kenny Pickett. It's just not the same. It's way better. Patrick Queen is a beast. They're going to do great. Marquise Brown, I think with Kansas City, will do phenomenal. And the others... Yeah, I get a good feeling with Kendall Fuller. The other two, I'm not in a position to give an opinion. Don't know enough about them to give an opinion, so that's not fair. Just because I don't know them doesn't mean that they're not, phenomenal. There are thousands of players that are highly skilled that I have no clue who they are. I'm very lucky to know 150 of the key players. That's it. And I need to work on that, where my knowledge is on 500 of the key players. Because there definitely is 500 worth following. And, every year we acquire, I would say, about 5 or 6 pieces in the league that are really the future of the league. Like last year, I feel bad for CJ Stroud, what he went through at the beginning, but he proved without a doubt that he is a top tier quarterback. And I would not be shocked this year that we see him edge into the top 5. They're well coached. I think they're going to do phenomenal this year. And they're putting the pieces together. I love this story right here. Let's see if I can make it bigger. I did. I don't know if you can recognize who this is, but this is Anthony Richardson. And he helped this random person, Parker /P80. He blew out a tire and helped him. Like, that's wonderful. But that shows a lot about the character of Anthony Richardson. How many people give a shit? They just don't. And for him to do that says a lot about him and the way that he's wired and maybe his faith, and those are assets that teams look at. How is this person going to be in the locker room? Is this person going to be talking shit on, social media? Is he going to be fully in? Like, I think Anthony Richardson last year put himself in harm's way trying to do everything. I think he was trying to be Cam Newton, which is not a good idea. Better to stay out of harm's way. Throw the ball away if you don't have a chance of doing okay in that play. And that's the maturity piece of being a really good quarterback, is knowing when it's better to just throw it away than take the loss. So, you go into third down and maybe you're 5 yards away instead of third down and you're down 15 yards, right? Because you got sacked. Or you made a throw that was unattainable and suddenly, there's an interception and the ball is now going in your direction. You've lost control of that moment, right? But I feel like that is such a beautiful feel-good story. I think the Jets made some insanely good moves this year already. I love Mike Williams. That guy's massive. And he is a wonderful target in the red zone. And one-on-one, it's almost impossible to beat him. As long as you throw the ball up high enough, he's going to go get it. And I think he's got at least 2-3 years left in him, easily. I have a strange feeling with this Khalid thing. This is not going to be a smooth transaction. I just feel like he's either not going to sign with the Bears. I'm trying to tune into it. That's what I'm doing right now. It feels chaotic. It doesn't feel like a smooth transition to me. I love this. Law 1. Always speak less than necessary. I would agree. Be a person of mystery if you can. Don't show your full hand, especially on the first date or when you first meet someone or in an interview with an employer. Say enough. Say enough to get hired, right? Don't say too much where they think, oh my God, this is a chatterbox, right? So, let's see what we got here. It's so funny. Today's technology was once yesterday's fear. Don't make me tap the sign. That's so funny. You got played because you fell in love with the words instead of the actions. Ooh, that is good. I'm gonna bookmark that one. That is really good. You got played because you fell in love with the words instead of the actions. Oh my God, that's so good. I love that. Nobody cares about your story until you win, so win. And even then, I don't think they really care, unless they're a fan. 50 ways to start a conversation with anyone. It reminds me of that song, 50 ways to leave your lover. Jump out the back, Jack. Make a new plan, Stan. Don't need to be coy, Roy. Just listen to me. Hop on the bus, Gus. Don't need to discuss much. Drop off the key, Lee, and set yourself free. Remember that? You have the power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. I would agree. But most of us just want to escape. Right? Don't want to deal with anything that's remotely challenging. I hope karma eats everybody who mistreated me when I had nothing but pure intentions. That's so funny. That's a good one too. A little bit of frustration in that one. This one's really cute too. We all feel like this. Lost in the rain. No clarity. We've all been there. Happiness is a skill, not a habit. It comes from daily choices. Feeling gratitude, develop self-care habits, sleep 7 to 8 hours daily, daily progress on your goals, eat clean and exercise daily, spending time with family and friends, detox from devices, news, and distractions. That is really good. I like that. I don't even know if I'm following this person. I'm going to now. There we go. They only have 588 followers. Now you have 589 followers, sir. But you need to please put a back banner on. That drives me loony when people don't do that. Could be anything. Could be a color. It's better than nothing. It looks like you don't care enough to put a banner, and yet you post something like that, which is phenomenal. Never beg for a seat when you can build your own table. Read that again. That's a good one too. The perception and performance go in hand. When you face with adversity, your mind determines your outcome. The level of success you're likely to reach is directly proportional to the benefits and the mindset on any given day. I would agree. That's really good. Golden rule: never expect, never assume. Ooh. Gratitude. Ground it to the earth. Write it, paint it, dance it, pray it, sing it, touch it, let it go, and surrender into it. Love it, believe in it, see it, envision it, manifest it, create it, and then be it. Ooh, I like that. That's good too. Really good. Awesome, in fact. I really believe in herbs. Milk, best time to drink, night. Worst time to drink, morning. Didn't know that. Why is that? A lot of people don't drink milk. They drink the veggie style, right? The oat milk. Removing yourself from situations where you don't feel valued, respected, supported, and loved is a top-tier self-care. I've seen that many times. That one's a good one. Give yourself the same patience you give others. Yes. I would agree. Oh, we have the weird breathing again in the music. The Alchemist. There we go. It's a book I have. I own it. I've never read it. It sits on a shelf. Someday, my friend. I don't know. I have a feeling that I probably will never read it, but I hope I do. In the end, they'll judge you anyway. So do what you want. Oh, yeah. Yeah, people are going to judge you. It doesn't matter. If you worry about what every Tom, Dick, and Harry thinks about you, you'll lose your freaking mind. Do what's best to you. Go chase what is the greatest excitement in your life. And that was, who said that? Bashar. Darryl Anka. I think that's his name. Something like that. Great guy who channels Bashar and has for like 30 years. Ooh, so this basically just says don't chase love. See, I don't totally agree with that. Some people you have to, it's an investment. You have to prove that you are going to put the miles in, right? There are a lot of individuals you've got to jump through a few hoops before they'll even talk to you, be it a job or a date or someone's respect. A lot of people you have to earn. So I don't know if I necessarily believe in that. I think if you've been in a situation and you've been dating and you feel like you're not respected, yes, okay. It's time to walk on. There's a time limit to everything, right? This is good too. Right here. Sorry. Can't see it. Right there. I see it. Why can't you see it? Right? That's so funny. Once you carry your own water, you will learn the value of every drop. Time is like that though, guys. Time is so important. Oh, that's so cute. Look at that. How could you not love those eyes? Isn't that beautiful? Animals, they can be manipulative and they can rip your friggin' arm off and hurt your leg and everything else, but my God, they're pretty incredible. Oh, look at that. Look at that old picture there. Wow. He passed. He was born in 1935, and he died March 19th. So he lived a long life. That's a great picture of him. That really is. That's an oldie but a goodie. Look at him now. Oh my God. He's ravished. Time was not kind. But he lived a life, right? He had his moment in the sun, if you want to put it that way. Oh my God, look at this. This is ridiculous. Stuff like that makes me sad. Oh, that's cute. We've got to pray, take a stand, and vote, or we're going to lose our country. Okay. There's the milk one again. Interesting. Well, folks, we're embarking on an hour. Thank you for being here. Talked a lot about football today. I think I was in the mood. That's a great shot, eh? They showed his feet, how deformed they are, and how battered they've been. It's incredible what he's put his feet through over the years. It almost reminded me of what professional dancers, ballerinas, things like that, where their feet are just mangled. Here's my favorite morning show. That is not going to be around until beginning of the year, right, of football. So we're going to see how this unfolds, but got a few months. It's going from New York to LA, and it's weird. I don't feel like we're getting all the information, to be honest with you, and I would not be shocked if they change it up, and even maybe some of the players. We'll see how correct I am there. It feels like a total reboot when I tune into it. Well, if you can, please like, share, subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And to everyone who is here with me in this moment, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a supportive friend. Thank you to all the people on Twitter Spaces, everybody on TikTok, everybody on Facebook, everybody on Twitch. Twitch is growing. Thank you for the support today of Danielle. That was very nice of you to come up. Hopefully you can be a guest in the future. We would love to have you as part of the show. Sending out shout outs to some of my dear friends like Ted Hicks, Fireman Rich, Tony D. Thank you for all the things that you do. And don't be a stranger. Thank you to all the individuals that continue to be a source of light when the world sometimes just seems like a place of darkness. Let your light shine, even in the darkest alleys. And in the potential of your greatest heart, keep leading with love and light and hope and healing. God bless you all. Bye-bye. Have